Hey, it's Michelle. I wanted to say thanks for joining in on our Just Run June. So just do it June, just run June, just get out there and do it. So my challenge for you this month is to incorporate running into your life some way, somehow. Even if it's running, on your driveway for 2 seconds. I mean, I'm serious. Running is the best way for you to efficiently and effectively lean up and get in shape and condition your heart and jiggle your lymphatic system. There's so many great benefits to running. Now, I know there's such a big surge of people doing marathons and half marathons and joining running clubs where they run far and they run slow. I'm not talking about that kind of running. I'm talking about the kind of running that will transform your body. I'm talking about getting after it, running, striving to actually run faster, not further. So, but we have to start somewhere, right? And you're not going to be able to run fast right away. The best thing to do is to just start. So I have a few tips for you. First off, like I said, you don't need to run every day. You don't need to run really far. You can really progress with simply running even just a little bit every third day even. You're going to see results from that. It's amazing how our aerobic system is. The more we challenge it, the more it responds, the more efficient and just more, ability we have to utilize our lungs and get stronger. Our legs have to get stronger, our feet have to get stronger, and even your arms have to get stronger to run. So start off conservative. Don't think that you have to run every day. Even running every third day is going to get you results. So if you're brand new to running, say, okay, I'm going to just run every third day, or personally, I run every other day, and I could train for any race out there running that infrequent. You don't have to run every day. Even if you're training for a marathon, you don't have to run every day. So the second thing is to start conservative. This goes along with that previous thought. But when you start running, if you don't normally run, just get out there, start jogging. Really nice and slow. Just get those legs moving. Just so you're not walking, you're actually doing a little bit of a run, and do that for a minute, and then go ahead and walk. Recover, give yourself a minute to walk, and then repeat that, and just have a goal of doing 10 minutes total of that. And you're going to see that you can run. You don't have to think about running forever. And even if you don't make it a minute, that's great. Just even if it's 20 seconds, just make yourself do that. Pretty soon you'll be built up to a minute. So start conservative if you're new to running. The next thing, of course, is having good shoes. I am a huge believer in the injury prevention when it comes to running. That's part of why I'm saying to start conservative, not run every day. Having good shoes is vital to your foot health, your knee health, your hip health, your back health, and even your neck health. Because if you're running on shoes that don't protect your feet and that don't provide support, you're going to feel it all the way down your whole spine and into your hips and your knees. And so we want to prevent injury in that regard. And so I say pretty much any shoe that's under $50 or over 2 years old, don't run them. Don't run them, period. And you need to get something. I'd say usually $100 is a good range to be in for running shoes. Of course, if you get a $100 pair of shoes on sale for $75, that's awesome. But you want to have good quality and make sure they're actually made for running. There's a lot of shoes out there nowadays that look like you could run them, like Roches or something like that, but those are not made for running at all. All right, so the fourth tip is to mix it up. Don't feel like you have to just go run. Get on and run. Mix it up. Like do intervals, like what I was talking about, where you walk and you run, or you can do hills. You can really stride out and almost like you're sprinting. You can also just incorporate some of the longer, slower stuff. It's not like you can't do that. It definitely is good, to get your knees and hips and joints working. Personally, I don't run very far whenever I run, but sometimes it is kind of nice just to, run a longer, slow distance of, you know, maybe 3 or 4 miles versus, you know, my traditional short and fast, you know, 2-mile total type runs that I do. So mix it up a little bit. And then the 5th tip is to make sure you're breathing. A lot of people don't breathe enough when they're running, and that's part of why they get so out of breath and they hate it so much, is because they're not oxygenating their body. So you can breathe actually through your nose and your mouth at the same time. When you're really breathing hard, you can get in and out both ways, and so that's very important. Also, belly breathing. You make sure that your belly is expanding as you're inhaling into your lungs. You want to make sure, and you know, that you're actually breathing with your diaphragm muscle, because it'll help inhale and exhale out the air out of your lungs, so you get oxygen. It's very vital. And then the 6th thing, is a quick little tip, is to have good form. I say no wogging. No wogging allowed. People I see running around that are shuffling, I call it wogging because they're not jogging even. They're like walking but kind of running, and it's really detrimental to the whole point. What's the point of running if you're not lifting your legs up? So make sure you lift your legs up. Make sure you're not slouched over in horrible posture. So make yourself proud, make your body work better by running. Don't, you know, hurt it by having really poor form and poor posture, and, you know, actually do run. If you're going to run, lift those legs up, pick those feet up. That's what running is versus walking. Walking is where you keep one foot on the ground at all time. Running is where you're actually off the ground for a mere little second. You're flying through the air. So that's the difference. All right. So all of these tips I'm going to hopefully expand on as we go through, but I just wanted to get you guys started and I wanted to make you a quick intro video to this. I'm going to be also posting a lot of other things. I'm going to actually get a good little program for you to follow along with if you want to, and definitely, you know, ask me any questions and I can talk about specific topics that you're interested in regards to running. So just run this June, okay? Take care.